The hardest part of heartbreak is not always the breakup itself. Sometimes it is what happens after. It is waking up in the morning and reaching for your phone because your mind still expects a message from them. It is hearing a song, passing a place, seeing something small, and suddenly your chest feels heavy again. You didn't just lose a person, you lost a routine. It is that your daily life suddenly feels unfamiliar. The person who used to be part of your routine is no longer there, and now your mind is trying to adjust to a life that feels empty in places they used to fill. That is why moving on can feel so confusing. One moment, you feel strong. The next moment, you miss them. Then, after that, you start blaming yourself. You start asking yourself what you could have done differently. You replay conversations. You remember your mistakes. You remember the good moments. And if you are not careful, your mind will start creating a version of the story where everything was your fault. But healing begins when you stop judging yourself only from the pain you feel today. Because just because you are hurt does not mean you were the problem. And just because the relationship ended does not mean your love was fake, foolish, or wasted. The first thing you have to understand is this. There is a difference between guilt and responsibility. Responsibility means you can admit where you were not perfect. Maybe you said things the wrong way. Maybe you reacted badly sometimes. Maybe there were moments where you could have handled things better. That is responsibility. Responsibility means admitting your part without turning the whole relationship into your fault. You can say, "I was not perfect," without saying everything ended because of me. Guilt is different. Guilt makes you carry the whole relationship on your back. It makes you forget that love takes two people communicating, trying, and choosing each other. So learn from your mistakes, but do not punish yourself for everything. If you know deep down that you cared, that you tried, and that your heart was genuine, do not turn yourself into the villain just because you are hurting right now. That is maturity. Maturity is knowing what was yours to fix and what was never yours to carry alone. Another thing you must understand is this. Heartbreak can change your memory. When you miss someone, your mind does not always show you the full story. It shows you the soft parts, the laughter, the sweet messages, the moments when everything felt easy. But it can hide the silence, the confusion, the lack of effort, and the times you felt alone, even while you were with them. So when a good memory comes, do not fight it. Just remember the full story. Yes, there were good moments, but there were also reasons why things became painful. Missing someone does not always mean they are right for your life. Sometimes you miss the routine, the comfort, the conversation, or the version of them you hoped they would become. But comfort is not always love. Familiarity is not always safety. And loneliness is not a sign that you should go back. It is your mind adjusting to a space that used to be occupied. That space will feel strange for a while. But strange does not mean wrong. Sometimes it means you are making room for yourself again. If this kind of honest talk helps you see things clearly, subscribe to the channel. I keep it simple here. Real life, mindset, and human behavior. Now listen carefully. If you want to move on, stop feeding the wound. Do not keep checking their profile, posts, likes, pictures, last seen, or old messages, then wonder why your mind cannot rest. Every time you check, you give your heart new information to overthink. Protecting your peace may mean muting them, unfollowing them, or deleting the chat. Not because you hate them, but because you are tired of hurting yourself with memories. That is not weakness. That is self-respect. You cannot heal from someone while constantly watching their life.
At some point, you have to choose peace over curiosity. And stop waiting for perfect closure. Sometimes you will not get the apology, the explanation, or the admission you wanted. If your healing depends on their honesty, you may stay stuck for a long time. Closure is not always something they give you. Sometimes closure is something you decide. Closure is when you say, I know what I gave. I know where I tried. I know my heart was genuine. I know I was not perfect, but I also know I did not deserve to lose myself trying to be loved properly. That is closure. Not revenge, not bitterness, just accepting the truth without begging someone else to confirm it. Never regret being genuine.
Never regret loving honestly. Never regret showing care. The fact that someone did not value it properly does not make your heart foolish. It teaches you that next time, access to your heart must be earned with consistency, respect, and real effort. Do not let one painful experience make you cold. Let it make you wiser. Let it teach you to pay attention earlier. Stop ignoring your peace. And understand that love should not constantly feel like confusion. So now, come back to your life. Fix your routine slowly. Clean your space. Eat properly. Rest when you need to. Stop checking for what is no longer yours.
Put your attention back on your goals. Put your energy back into your growth. Your life did not end because one relationship ended. You were someone before them. You are still someone after them. And the part of you that feels broken right now is not gone. It is healing. If this helped you, like the video and subscribe for more. And if one line stayed with you, leave it in the comments. Choose peace. Choose growth. Choose yourself again.